So here we are in the driver's seat. We'll start off with the steering wheel. I had the steering wheel custom wrapped in black Alcantara on the sides, and then you'll see some red perforated stitching, and then it's accented by the red baseball stitching that you see all around the wheel. I've also added the paddle shifters from the ISF, as well as the center gauge instrument cluster from the ISF. All that was plug and play, in keeping with the steel parts from the ISF theme. I have the side panels as well as the carbon fiber center console. That is, of course, OEM Lexus ISF pieces that I was able to find. So really happy with those. Down there you'll see the sport pedals that almost everyone has that I will very much be keeping. Don't want any revised pedals, thank you very much. In the center stack here, I have the Fly Audio navigation unit. Really happy with the fit and finish of that package, as well as the features. I'll kind of walk you guys through some of those features a little bit later. I also have the perforated shift knob from the ISF, as well as the only visible evidence you'll see anyway of the Tom's GT shifter, which reverses the shifter logic on the shift console. And that is about it, all I can shoot from this side. Let's go ahead and get back out of the car so I can show you guys some of the switches that I've been getting so many questions about. As we get here to the driver's side, you'll see I have a lot of my banks taken up here. The first of which is this switch that I was able to find from the RX. This is actually an RX part number, but all the switches from about 2005 to 2007 in all of the Toyota Lexus models are pretty much the same. So you'll find a lot of these switches not only in Lexus models, but in the Toyota Highlander and 4Runner and RAV4 as well. This switch I like because it comes with 2 different color LEDs. And what's important about that is that this switch is always powered. Even if the car's off, I can still turn on the headlights via the headlight override mod that Pocky was able to help me with. So you'll see when I turn it on, it gives me an amber color, and that will stay on. And that's no matter if the car has power or not. And I'll show you guys what that looks like from the front. Those are the JDM fogs. Of course, without the headlights being on, and the car is completely off. So, as I mentioned before, that JDM fog switch comes with 2 different color LEDs, a green one and a red one. I wanted something that was very, very noticeable because of the fact that it's always powered, and I didn't want to kill my battery by accident. So the other switch that you'll see is labeled DRL. That is the switch that comes with the JDM fogs. When I turn that one on, and that one's not powered, that one is only powered when the car is on. That one powers the LEDs that are in the corner. I'll show you guys a little bit later. Underneath here is a covered toggle switch, and that hides the main power button for the Whelen strobe light kit that I have, and I'll have to turn on the car to show you that to you guys as well. On the other side, I have the switch. That switch powers my front view camera, and that one also requires the car to be on and running for it to work properly. So now all we have to do is turn on the car, and we'll give you guys a little bit of a rundown of what the car sounds like. So there you see the ISF gauge cluster. Plug and play works pretty good. The only thing that doesn't work on the gauge cluster is the oil temp sensor. I'm not sure you guys can make that out or not, but it's always flashing because it doesn't have an input. The 2IS does not have a lead from the oil temperature sensor to the dashboard. So that's the only thing that doesn't work if you were to transplant the gauge clusters. And that's unfortunate because that's pretty much the feature that I wanted most. So here we have the Fly Audio unit. So as I mentioned before, it's got pretty much all the features of a stock navigation unit. And if we are to, you guys can see that is my reverse camera. And that works when the car is in reverse. It works just like stock. So I can go back to park, it gives me my main navigation screen. So now I'll flick the switch that I showed you earlier for the front view camera, and that provides an override to the front view. And that I can always turn on. I can be driving the car and turn that on. I can even be in reverse and engage that. It's pretty neat. So you'll see me shift into reverse there. Now the rear view camera comes on, giving me the rear view. I can switch on my front view camera and get a front view. So it's pretty neat. I've had some fun with that. It's been very useful in avoiding ruining my lip. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's the navigation screen or software that I'm running, the iGo 8 software. Pretty nice, pretty good features. Pretty happy with that. And now I can show you guys the LEDs that work as the DRLs for the car. You'll see that I had the DRLs, the stock DRLs turned off, and now I just use the LEDs that come with the JDM fogs as my LEDs. I much prefer that look. And now I'll give you the light show. And this is one of the bigger reasons I wanted to shoot a video, because this is extremely difficult to capture in still photography. This is an actual police issue 6-bulb LED strobe kit. It's a Whelan brand, and what I did was I swapped out the turn signals and installed the bulbs. The bulbs fit perfectly in the headlight housing where the stock turn signals would be. That's complemented behind the grille by the red and blue LED bars that I had. And the strobes have also been installed in the rear, as you'll see. So it's a total of 6 bulbs, and it's completely hidden when it's not in use, which is one of the bigger priority items when I had this installed. So that's the strobe light. And those are controlled in 2 places. The white strobe lights are controlled by this switch, the covered toggle switch. That's my master power. And the reds and blues are hidden inside the center ashtray. So obviously when I close the center ashtray, that's completely hidden, and I can kill the whole thing with one flick of a button. So that's the LED strobes. Something else I wanted to show you guys was the fly audio unit comes with an extra set of inputs, whether you can run a TV, a VCR, whatever kind of audio setup you want to run. So what I did was I bought, since I use my iPhone for pretty much everything, including this video, I ran an extra set of cables into the extra input. So what that enables me to do is I can actually play a video from the iPod. I can plug it in here. This one is plugged into a power source, like so. I installed a mini USB power inverter. So that lets me plug in that power source right there, and what that does was it supplies power to this plug, allowing me to both charge and play videos from the iPhone, all completely hidden. So that's something I'm pretty happy with. The normal iPhone plug that I use in everyday use, I ran to the cup holder, and the iPhone would set pretty much just like that in normal everyday use. I never use this cup holder, so I turned it into pretty much my my iPhone cradle. And that's, again, completely hidden when it's not in use. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions about anything, I'm, of course, available through PM. And just let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the boards.